This video has been on my mind of, videos to make for a little while now. I didn't exactly know everything that I want to say. Like, I don't have a script for this vid, and I didn't have a script for this when I first thought of making it. So today or just now, I pretty much have just decided to, I guess, just wing it. Especially now, after I hit the record button on my camera. So let's just get to the point already. On the 13th of December 2025, Great Western Railway is retired all of its Class 43s, or high-speed trains as they're also called, or HSTs for short, or as they're most famously known, the Intercity 125s. And it's a real shame. I was hoping to get to see them in person last year and get my own video of them in person and maybe even ride on them before they got retired. But well, obviously it wasn't meant to be. The Intercity 125s, or I guess I'll just call them HSTs, have now all been retired by Great Western Railways. And it also sucks because, they were the last operator that operates them in England, which is where I live. There is ScotRail, they still operate their HST fleet, but they mostly only operate them in Scotland and not very often in England. So obviously there are some preserved HSTs that are operated by the 125 group, and I think Locomotive Services Limited. I can't quite remember the name of the company or organisation or whatever. But I don't know, man. There's just something about seeing an old train, or I guess just any train, in regular service. I don't know how to explain it, but it's just not the same as it is in preservation. But there's nothing I can do about it, or anyone, unfortunately. And I know that, some HSTs are still running in regular passenger service in other countries like Mexico and I think Africa as well. And I know that there are also some HSTs in the UK which are still in regular service but are not pulling passengers anymore. But yeah, man, it's, I guess the closest that you can get to, I guess, riding on them, or even just seeing them in person in regular service, the better. So that means that it would be preferable, to me anyway, to see them in regular service, or regular passenger service. Anyway. But again, there's nothing that anyone can do about it. So the HSTs are being retired from regular passenger service, or rather, they have been retired by Great Western Railways completely, and are being retired by ScotRail at the moment, and they are being replaced on GWR by the Class 800s, which are bimode locomotives or electro-diesel locomotives. So that means that they can run on both electric and diesel power. And they were built by Hitachi in Japan. And to be completely honest with you all, I am not very happy about it. And neither is a lot of other people. The reason why I'm not happy with it is because, well, two reasons. One is because we already have loads of electric trains here in the UK, and I don't really like it. I know that they're good for the environment, but for a lot of electric trains here in the UK, for the vast majority of them, including the Class 800s, yeah, I don't like the sound of them. I can't really explain why. I just don't. I don't like that. You know that sound that they make when they leave a station or arrive at the station? You know that sound that they make? I don't like that sound. I think it's, I guess, mildly irritating. Again, I don't really know why. It just is to me. I much prefer the sound of diesel engines, much more so in trains than cars or other vehicles. Especially the HST engines. Some people, or a lot of people, have a favourite engine out of the three, but I like all of them, especially the old Paxman Valenta engines. And I know that they make, I guess, a similar sound, or possibly a similar sound to the sound that a lot of electric trains make when they leave the station or arrive at the station. But yeah, it's different with the Valenta. The scream, for some reason, it's just an exception to me. I would probably be covering my ears if I heard it in real life, but it's an exception. And the second reason why I'm not happy with the Class 800 replacing the HST is because the Class 800 was built by Hitachi in Japan. Now, I don't have any problems with Hitachi or Japanese train manufacturing or any kind of vehicle building or vehicle manufacturing or whatever. No problems at all. Quite the opposite, in fact. I am the Japanese bullet train is a very fascinating and amazing machine, and yeah, I really want to ride on that. But I know that, well, I mean, I've talked about this a lot more with my mates and my dad, but yeah, there's just no more British engineering anymore. You know, the HST is a British built locomotive, and the Class 800, like I said earlier, was built by Hitachi in Japan, which again, I don't have a problem with, at least very much anyway. But yeah, we should be making our own trains still. But no, we haven't made our own train since, I think, the early 1990s. We haven't made our own train with one of our own companies, which are also all gone, by the way, in a bit over 30 years now. But once again, there's nothing that we can do about that. But yeah, I'm not gonna get into that too much. I could quite possibly bang on for hours about that and about other stuff, which shows you just how much we've declined as a country and are continuing to do so. But yeah, this is just something that I wanted to vent about, I guess. And hopefully we'll be able to get up to Scotland or somewhere close to the border there and get a ride and see the ScotRail HSTs before they get retired. And if not, then the only option then will be to get on one of the preserved ones. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So see you guys later.